All right, guys, welcome back to One Row at a Time. I'm Juan,
I'm Marty.
aka Professor Marty, and thank you again. We are in episode 6. Can
Still
you
going.
believe it, dude?
Still going.
We still haven't been shut down. People are still liking it. People are still sharing it. Thank you guys for everyone. It's really helping a lot. Right now, we're right around like 22 subscribers on YouTube. So remember, the goal to beat is
500.
500.
Gotta get to
Oh, we're
500.
almost there. One subscriber at a time. And today, what we're gonna do, we're trying to balance it again. Like we're trying to invite people into the world of jujitsu. So some, like the last one, was like, "Hey, what do you do on your first class?" And then also we're trying to like remind people who are already doing jujitsu like why to keep going, right? So today's episode is like how jujitsu helps you in your real life. So um Marty, what were some things that you feel like impacted you the most before we like start breaking everything down?
Some of the best friends that I've ever made, I made doing jujitsu. And those friends have like gotten me through some, really, really tough stuff. And so I think probably the thing I'm most grateful for and that I've taken away from is the people that I've met. And then there's all the other positive stuff that's all great too, but it's
Yeah.
always the people.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally I was having conversations with people tonight on the night teams too. I got to roll with you guys at night, so thank you. Shout out night creatures. That's the new thing, night creatures.
Night
And then what do we say the weird? What do we say though for the morning people?
The 5:30 a.m. weirdos.
5:30 a.m. weirdos. So
Yeah.
we gotta make like shirts like
Yeah, morning weirdos,
night creatures. Yeah, yeah. So be on the lookout.
That's good.
We'll sell you guys. No, we'll do it. We're doing a giveaway, so we're gonna do a giveaway too. We'll talk about that more later. But yeah, I was talking to them to some people about how like, hey, this is just like that friendships, the bond, the brotherhood and sisterhood, and then like even like a little escape, right? So that's what we're gonna dive into right now is just how it changes you mentally, emotionally, and physically. The first thing would be managing stress and pressure. So how do you feel that jujitsu has helped you there? Or have you seen even your students?
Yeah, it's definitely helped me there. You get to come in here and practice in situations where you get to stop the pressure, stop the pain, stop the stress anytime you want by just tapping. And then you get to challenge yourself to go further and further and further. And that mental challenge and resistance and resilience that you develop doing that here translates to outside of this where you're dealing with things at work. I have a very stressful job and I deal with a lot of it there and I need resilience. So that's probably the thing that I take away from the most is the stress management and resilience that you can develop here to force your way through some of those really tough times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. And I never even thought of that until you were saying that right now because you do get to l- like learn to be under pressure, but I never thought like you actually get to like manage it and control. Like I'm gonna push it a little farther, a little farther.
Yeah.
And it's true, even just like, and it happens pretty quickly. Like shout out to my wife Mara, she just started, but she was telling me today that a lady was yelling at her and like at work and like in a normal situation she would have been like tense, but she was like, this isn't,
Yeah.
I did jujitsu this morning
Yeah.
already, like this is
Yeah.
nothing. So it
Yeah.
really does help you like manage it. Like if you manage the pressure on the mats, you can manage it in life.
Yeah.
um and then just kind of going through the breathing and problem solving
Yeah.
because you do tense up
That's right.
in real life, right?
Yeah. I think, man, you probably just hit it right on the nail on the head is like, you got to problem solve all the time while you're in here and you're training.
Mhm.
Um, and so that mental muscle and habit of problem solving is a really important thing. Like a lot of people run into situations where they just kind of shut down in situations. They don't have the critical thinking skills, and you develop critical thinking skills here
Yeah.
training. And you take that habit and behavior out with you
Yeah.
outside of your
Yeah.
yeah.
And we got all kinds of different like students, so there's probably some neuroscience doctor that's like, yeah, it builds like pathways, but this is like the bro science.
Yeah.
But and then with bro science too, we want to give you some action items. So it's not just like, hey, it helps you, right? But it's like, how can I actually like apply it?
Yeah.
Right. So do you have one of the action items you want to say or
Action items for applying it. Um, I think it's just getting in here and training as much as possible and First, from the resilience perspective, you tap a lot and then you ask questions about what was going on and you learn and you're able to find places that you can push harder.
Mhm.
And then in the problem solving, it's just coming in here and drilling and getting multiple options. And,
Mhm.
like the drill that we did tonight, which was, hey, do something random and the person has to
Yeah.
react to it. You have to problem solve. Like
Mhm.
we kick those muscles into gear. And so it's like what everybody says about jujitsu, just showing up. You
Yeah.
just got to keep showing up
Yeah. Showing up
and you'll build those muscles.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I was always watching videos and I never showed up, so I never got better. But show up.
I mean, the videos help. The videos help, yeah, but that's a conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's the next episode.
yeah.
But one thing too, like I have a little list here so we can put it up there. So you guys can pick your action items. You can like tailor your own plan, right? Kind of how we talked about like preparing for competition. You can prepare yourself for this. So some of the things that we thought of was like slow roll once a week. So like being intentful
Yeah.
with the slow roll.
Yeah.
Focus on your breathing.
Yeah.
Relax in bad spots.
Yeah.
That's like one
Yeah.
where we
And
want to get out.
yeah. Yeah. That's hard
Yeah.
because you get put in fight or flight, man. You get put in fight or flight and you're talking to yourself and you're like, I could just end it right now by tapping. I could just
Yeah.
tap and it'll be over.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I got to fight through that, man. So,
Because in
yeah.
life, when the lady's yelling at your face or your
Yeah.
boss, then you
Yeah.
you gotta be like, all right,
Stay
let me
calm.
relax.
Yeah. Think it through.
Yeah. And then the last one for this point was Oz will like this one. Shout out Oz. Treat it like meditation with resistance.
Yeah. By the way, Oz is I'm working with Oz to do some meditation stuff with us. So that's another thing that's gonna be coming
Oz right
soon.
here.
Yeah.
Follow him.
Also very good looking.
Very, very good. Well, Rebecca, put some more pictures up. We'll put AJ too so they remember.
There you go.
So AJ doesn't get mad. The second
High caliber people here.
no, another one of
Yeah.
AJ.
Yeah.
All right. The second point is discipline and motivation, right? So, discipline over motivation.
Yeah.
So that's what jujitsu has
Yeah.
taught me is like motivation doesn't really matter
Yeah.
after a while.
Yeah. At some point you gotta be just disciplined and show up regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with that, this one's pretty straightforward, right? Show up tired,
Show up
show
stressed.
show up stressed. That's when I
Show up sad.
show up happy
Yep. Show up mad.
on your
Yep.
birthday.
Show up.
Just come.
Yep.
One roll at a time. So with that one's simple. Consistent training is gonna be bursts of like 3 weeks at a time
Yeah.
and gone for a month, 3
Yeah.
weeks and then gone for 2 months.
Yeah.
So with these, the action items are just gonna be, hey, pick 2 to 3 set training days. I didn't think of that and treat them like appointments.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's good.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Hey,
good.
hey, I like that one
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
And then ask a teammate to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
And you know who you gotta ask?
Ben.
Ben? Yeah,
Ben's
Ben's
a
great
good one.
too, right?
Yeah.
But who's at every day in class?
Oh, Tyson. Yeah.
Tyson will know you're not
Yeah.
there. He's even calling out the kids. He's
Yeah.
signing into the kids class. And then having like so yeah, like that. And then also like no excuse training, like every couple of weeks where it's like not just your 2 to 3 ones, but
Yeah.
it's like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna show up and tell people. I I learned this from like the Spartan races. Joe DeSena would say the founder of it would be like, tell everyone. So that's part of like their ultimate race. You have to like publish something in a newspaper saying I'm gonna run it.
Yeah.
So that way if you don't show up, the whole town knew you didn't do it.
Yeah.
So have them hold you accountable, post it on there. Hit one of us up, we'll hold you accountable.
Yeah. Another one too, I think that I thought of is like explore the classes. Like
Mhm.
what Juan did today, he did the 5:30 a.m. class and he's doing the 6:15 p.m. class. I'm not saying necessarily do 2 a day, but like try the 5:30 a.m. class
Yeah.
once in a while. Experience that. We have such a great crew. We had 16 people in the 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
class today. That was a lot of people in the 5:30 a.m. class. We got a great lunch class, 12 to 1 on Tuesday and Thursday with Coach Aaron. He runs a great program. Make sure that you guys get into that. And then obviously Maria and Rogerio and Thiago, they're all teaching different classes. Yeah.
Everybody.
So and you get to experience those different classes. Like I run classes a certain way, Rogerio runs classes a certain way, Maria does,
Mhm.
Thiago does, Aaron does. But if you try them all and like at different times, you keep getting stretched
Yeah.
out of your comfort zone. You keep experiencing new things. And I promise you, across all the different instructors, you get like almost all of jujitsu and like all the
Yeah.
different ways jujitsu is taught. So explore the classes, man. Go.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
And that rolls right into the next thing, like into the next point. Thanks for sharing that because I didn't have it. We try to, I tell you, we have like a layout, but Marty, we freestyle, right? He's flow rolling out here. And that goes, yeah,
yeah,
it goes straight to humility and ego control.
yeah,
But that goes into all the classes, right? Because it can be easy. Oh, I like Marty's class.
yeah.
Or, a teenager told us today that Marty's classes are long, right? So you
Mhm.
might be like, go to a fast paced one and it
Yeah,
might feel different, right? But
yeah,
um, jujitsu is gonna help you. Like when you get tapped, it teaches you humility. When you show up to a new class, yeah, you're not new to jujitsu or even the school, but
still kind of feel like a fish out of
yeah,
water, and you got to meet everybody and get
hmm
get adjusted to it. So yeah, and it forces you to like kind of relearn some new things, and that's always good for you.
yeah,
It's always good for you.
and that's how you grow. Just being humble and knowing, and like that again, you take it to work. Hey, Marty, we got this new system that we're gonna use, right? You're not gonna freeze. You're gonna be like, hey, like
Yeah,
I learned a brand new like armbar system from a different instructor,
yeah,
and I was able to apply it,
yeah,
right?
yeah. You did tonight.
Yeah.
Saw it. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
did.
yeah,
I know.
yeah. I saw it.
That was, I mean,
That was
it
great.
was not.
Yeah,
But yeah, so with those action items, you let me know because my research might be bad, right? One of the action items was ask one higher belt for feedback each week.
yeah,
That have to be every rule, right? Um, and then Glenn was helping us today. Like he wasn't able to roll, but he was out there like showing us like
yeah,
that's literally it. Um, and then yeah, the questions like even asking them what's one thing they could work on, and then also accepting the feedback, especially if you're gonna be asking for it, right? Like
yeah,
that could be humbling. Like same thing, put it on the calendar and be like, did I ask for someone for feedback or did I keep doing the same thing and
yep,
stay comfortable?
yeah. Just hear it, hear what they have to say, even if you don't agree with it. You can
Mhm.
just hear what they have to say to get another
Yeah,
perspective on it.
because that performance review at work's coming,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Might
then
not
you gotta
agree
be
with
like,
that, right? Yeah.
but it'll help you just be like absorb it, roger that, and
Yeah.
move on. Um, Number 4 is better problem solving. So, how does jujitsu? I mean, we kind of touched about a little bit on it, but anything specifically that you wanted to talk about the problem solving aspect from like panicking to problem solving and troubleshooting?
Yeah, I think most of the time in the environments and places outside of jujitsu that you're gonna want to use problem solving the most is like those moments where you're caught off guard and
Mhm,
you have to do something and you have to like make decisions quick. And like jujitsu helps you flex and grow that muscle because the situation is changing by the second. You're
mhm,
processing different decisions. Your opponent is making different decisions by the second, and you just have to grow those muscles. And it's stressful when you're fighting your way out of a triangle and you feel them
mhm.
going onto an armbar, and then look, I got to deal with the triangle and the armbar at the same time. And then when you find yourself out there in the real world, dealing with um, those sudden situations that pop up where you got to prioritize and start triaging,
Yeah.
then uh, you have those muscles flex. Like it's not a situation that you're uncomfortable with. You've been there.
Yeah, it's those brain muscles, right? If you never work them out,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
life that's why I tell you, like, it's like,
yeah.
fight, flight, or freeze, and
Hmm.
everyone likes to think we'll fight or flight, but most people would just freeze
Freeze.
because
Yeah,
they're like, "What?"
that's true. That's really true.
Yeah, and with the action items I had, like, try to draw some escapes, even if it's, like, a couple times a week,
Yeah,
with a position that you struggle with, and then having, like, those automatic reactions, which kinda goes into, like, the game planning with the not just even competition, but starting to build your game, right?
yeah,
Like, I'm gonna do this and anticipate a reaction.
yeah,
I think that's one of the action items I took away for this one is so sometimes problem solving is to be ahead
yeah,
of the game too.
yeah,
Um, we touched a little bit about community and connections, right? So one thing that I know jujitsu has helped me and even like my family, my daughter too, shout out Rebecca, is like confidence, right? Even going up to people and like introducing herself and um, making new friends. And do you happen to see that a lot, or is it something that's common with the jujitsu practitioners?
man. I feel like as an adult, it's really hard to make new friends. because like where are you at doing that? You're usually at work, and then when you're not at work, like you're at home and you're running errands and you're trying to take care of stuff. So if you're able to carve out time to come into a place like this where you're getting healthy physically and you're around a bunch of like-minded people, then like you're starting to build out your community. We use that word, I feel like almost too much sometimes, but it's really true. Like there is a tight knit group of people here.
Yeah,
Um,
who want to help out.
yeah,
Like literally, like so much love pouring out.
yeah.
But again, it starts with you and with the other executive producer, Ellen. Shout out Ellen. Like people want to like reciprocate the love that we feel from you guys. And I heard too, I was hearing already sponsors. You know,
Yeah.
people want to sponsor. Shout out.
Abo Tax CPA sponsoring our holiday party, Adiyama Jingle Jitsu.
Yeah.
Man, they gave us a really, really big gift.
And then it's like that. And it's like just like a family where it's like the big celebrations, right? And then also just like the little things, right? The parents who like want to help out and like give treats and then, you know, even just donate their time. How, everyone's always like, how can I help, right? So that's why it's easy. These action items are going to be easy for the Arayama family. But if you're not already doing them, start doing them. But also, we're worldwide. So if you're in like Australia at a school and you don't have these, so start doing them. So
Yep.
meet one new person each week.
Yep.
Introduce yourself, say what's up, and roll with someone new. Try to roll with someone new.
Yep.
That'll help you guys build that community and the connection. So, parenting benefits. So I was looking at them and like even reflecting, like it gives me more patience, right? It helps me communicate better, especially when I'm helping you. Thanks for letting us help out with the kids class. But it's like, how do I communicate something that I don't fully understand sometimes, right?
Yeah.
To someone who understands it a little less, but or they understand it more, right? Again, with the humble piece. So
Yeah.
what other like benefits do you see parents get from training?
Get a break. You know, oh, parent
Man,
training.
well that too.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
Train, yeah.
yeah. So I think parents, if you bring in your kids, you get a nice mental break,
Yep.
right? So you have that hour where you get to sit down. We've got Wi-Fi in here. If you want to bring your laptop, hook up to the Wi-Fi, get some work done, get some errands done, taken care of. We're in a great shopping center. Yeah, you can get Dairy Queen. You can go to Ralph's, get your car cleaned. Like that was part of the thinking when we found this location was to hopefully help our members multitask and get
Yeah.
stuff done. But then in terms of parents coming in, if you are a parent and you're coming in and you're training, man, I think you just get like the stress release
Yeah.
that you need. You know what I mean? And I only teach 2 kids classes a day for an hour each, and I can be tense after those. So I imagine,
The Celsius are popping.
yeah, the Celsius, man, they barely make it through with a few Celsiuses in my system. But
Yeah.
anyway, you get the endorphin rush of working out.
Mm-hmm.
You get to feel good about your accomplishments. Jiu-jitsu is a system where you work through and you advance through different belts, and there's
Yeah.
a big celebration when you move to the next belt. Things to be really proud of. So you have something mentally that you're continually working towards. You
Mm-hmm.
don't get stagnant.
Yeah. And then it's like that one thing too, like with the parenting stuff. Um, that I was reflecting on is too is like it gives you something to share with your kid. You know, a lot of sports, like, you know, yeah, you can play football with some, but you're not gonna go all out on football, or you're not gonna be
Yeah.
unless you're saying people be dunking on your kids, right? But like you can actually do something where you're both progressing together and you can actually drill together. So try it out at least once a week, like drill something with your kid or share something with like what you worked on, something you learned. Because it can just strengthen that bond. The next one is confidence through competence. So the real confidence will come from doing those hard things, especially like self defense, the physical strength. And it just shows up like we were saying, right? Like you'll start seeing confidence like bleed into different parts of your life.
Yeah.
Um, anything you have to share about that, or any like experiences, or even real life cases you've seen?
I think when you're proud of yourself, when you come in and you're doing something hard and you make progress at something, and you can hold on to that, like that changes just how everything the rest of the day, like
Yeah.
how you react to it, like conversations with your spouse, You're nicer, you're more productive, you're more engaged at work. You know, when you have those things that you're feeling good about, and like you've you know you have a few accomplishments in the bag for the day,
Yeah.
you just approach the day differently. You
Yeah.
know? And like it starts there, you know, it's almost subconscious. You don't even know you're doing it, but everything just starts getting better when you're doing it.
Yeah. The small wins like snowball,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah,
and that's one thing that I like. I mean, shout out Night Creatures, but like with the morning weirdos, like you win you get that
yep,
the small wins, and like you said,
yeah,
like you're a better human,
yep,
right? Because
yeah,
you already kind of struggled through
yeah.
that. But yeah, you can have it through the night, like if you do it at night, and then the day's
Get
not
really good
over.
sleep.
Yeah,
You get
yeah,
really good
you get
sleep,
really good
and you
sleep.
go home at night and you crash.
Yeah,
Even interview some of the parents because I know one of the parents, she said that one of her kids, he used to never like to go into the store alone by himself to go get like a maybe like a 7-Eleven, like,
yeah.
you know, but now he's up totally okay with he's confident. He's okay to go to
There you
the
go.
store alone.
That's awesome. See, shout out whoever you are. We won't shout you out by name, but we know who you are. Good job. We're proud of you going in
Yeah.
because that's a big thing. Because when are you gonna learn that, right?
Mhm.
And it's true. Like now you know, like someone comes up behind me, I know how to react. I'm not gonna freeze.
Yeah.
Which is literally what
Yeah.
we're talking about. And then with the confidence through competence, another action item we had was, um, and I never thought like improve on like one position for the month, like
Yeah.
especially if you're not competing, like being like, hey, right now for the next like 4 or 6 weeks, I'm gonna focus on
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Because again, like you said, like having those little goals and progress,
Yeah.
you'll feel really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that takes us to the end of it. It's like just to we're trying to make some of them like shorter. Like give us feedback, right? We'd
Yeah.
love to hear from you.
Content ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
content ideas, but it's really we wanted to just highlight again, like we're trying to make everyone train jujitsu,
Yeah.
right? And it's not even like it's selfish too because then we'll have more friends
Yeah.
and more people to train with.
Yeah.
But it's also because we know how much it'll help you guys. So, um, anything you want to share about jujitsu off the mats before we
Off the
finish?
bats. No, I think we covered most of it, but it just occurred to me to maybe say that it's not like a weird cult.
Yeah,
It's
not
just a
all
bunch
about
of people. Yeah, you work out, you feel good about it. Not everybody here drinks the Kool-Aid as hard as me and Juan do, but we get a lot of people that come in, they knock out their classes, we shake hands, hug them, and they take off.
yeah,
And then you got another group that's on the other end of the spectrum that's like very involved and very engaged, and then you have everything in between.
yeah,
So don't feel like you have to come in and be a 10 out of 10 on the engagement.
yeah,
You can come in, get your workout in, and get out. I used to do that. Yeah, student. I have a lot of stuff going on,
hmm
so just came in, got the workout on, said goodbye to everybody, took off, and that's fully fine too.
yeah. That's true. We got students who come like once a week and
Yeah,
they get what they need, right?
yeah,
Especially for like the women's class. Like,
yeah,
you just want to roll on Saturdays with the women. That's all you need, especially with these world champs teaching you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, no, yeah. So, yeah, basically, we just want to remind you guys again, thank you for all the support. Each one of you guys that's listening, like, this is why we do it for you guys. We're not, we talk about the 500 subscribers and all that, but we do it for you. Like, right, that one person who's driving right now, the one person who's like folding their clothes, or the one person who's on their way to go train, right? Like, that's why we do it. So share it with someone who you think would like it as well. And remember, new episodes come out on Mondays, every Monday at 7 a.m. We're trying to stay consistent. That way you don't wake up on Monday and it's like, right? Mondays are already kind of weird.
yeah.
So we're trying to make them better for you
First up
guys.
your week.
Yeah.
Your week. One roll at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One roll at a time. So thank you guys and have a good one.
Take care. Nice.